What's going on, folk? It's your boy, that's me, Thick Daddy, back in full effect. This video is gonna be a little different because it's a big update video on just everything that's kind of going on, which is a lot of stuff kind of all at once. Oh, man, there's gonna be no intro in this video because we're just gonna do a little talking, a little chit-chatting, if you will, you know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about everything, really. Man, I got like exciting news that I got the dirt coming for my slab. We got permits approved and my concrete slab is also approved. So right now we are in the middle of, well, I haven't done it yet. You're not gonna see it like in this video or anything, or pretending to even in the next video kind of thing. But like I gotta move like my girl Z, Tahoe, truck, trailer, and the Integra in the back. These two cars will stay here for the time being because that doesn't run anyways, and the 240 doesn't run either. But I did just get my computer back for the 240. Unfortunately, I've been on vacation. Well, fortunately I've been on vacation, but unfortunately the computer came back, and if you lived in Florida for the last week, you know it rained every single day. So my computer has been in the mailbox getting stuff with rain, and I know this because things feel wet. You know what I'm saying? But I am pumped because at the same time, the 240 should be able to run again with the new injectors, new MAF, new everything. So I'm like really pumped that like I can fire this bitch back up. Now that'll probably be in the next video, and I'll talk more about, you know, moving everything. But I'm super excited because, like I said, the slab is coming. My dirt, my grading, like this shit ain't cheap, and it's been a long time coming. And of course, raccoons got into my garbage can while I was gone too, so I got some cleaning up to do there. But basically all this area is about to be one big ass square big piece of dirt that's gonna, well, it's got to be X amount high, but I don't know how high that really is, to be honest with you. They say however many inches it's supposed to be, so that's what it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how all this shit's gonna be around here, you know? I'm talking about, I'm really excited actually. Like, I don't even know how to say it like in the video in words. Like, I don't know, it's been a long time coming because like right now all the cars are stuffed in the driveway. I got 2 cars stuffed in the garage, and like a big part of this issue is I have nowhere to put this shit, you know what I'm saying? All this shit is kind of over here, which part of like this side of the whole house is gonna be all like shop plus like little mini bodywork building and my storage joint, you know what I'm saying? Like plus like any like little cars like the Civic that don't want to run right now. So like all that shit, like this is the whole zone. So like I ain't gonna front, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like it's gonna be exciting that like all these cars can now get put onto a concrete slab, you know? Well, not now, but like I forget how long it takes the concrete to dry. I think it's like a week or something. So realistically, like in 2 weeks from now, hopefully I can have all this shit on concrete, you know what I mean? And I already thought about it. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do a nasty burnout and it's gonna be sick and I can't wait, and like cool. And I also thought about it, and maybe this is the comments for you guys, but I'm thinking about doing half the building epoxy painted. And the reason for that is the further half towards the street, my idea is that's gonna be car storage, so the cars that don't get driven around as much, well, I mean they all get driven, but like, you know what I'm saying, right? The idea is the main cars that get driven, the 2 main cars daily between me and my wife, will be in the garage. So we just hop in the garage, jump out, boom, that's it, right? Meanwhile, the idea is in the garage here, in the shop, basically it's gonna start somewhere over there and it's gonna end somewhere over here. So my idea is splitting the garage in half. One half is basically almost storage to kind of just like keep the cars so they don't get all fucking destroyed constantly. And then the other half of the shop is gonna be working on the cars. So the idea is gonna be I have a bay door here, a bay door here, and a bay door facing that way, right? So, you know, this is all within due time still, but yeah. So like with all that, I was thinking about doing the epoxy on just the side that I work on, because oil spills and, you know, gasoline and brake cleaner and like all this shit, like I don't want it to seep into the concrete and get nasty versus having a floor epoxy that can just clean it up. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I do the entire floor and all this other shit, whatever? But the simple fact that comes down to it is money. You know what I'm saying? Concrete slab ain't cheap. The dirt's not cheap. The labor's not cheap. The building's not cheap. You know what I mean? I'm paying the mortgage on 2 homes right now. So I'm like pretty much broke, as broke can possibly be, right? Paying 2 mortgages because I still own my last house and now this one too at the same time. So, you know, it's a little bit rough, a little bit tough. You know, it is what it is. It's part of life. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of got to just do what you can, what you got. Sometimes you're going to eat a lot of shit for a little while. Sometimes you have to push through the hard times to get to the good times. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's ever easy, and don't let anybody fucking tell you that it is. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it just goes smooth and easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to start this week, so that's pretty cool. So I got them, like I said, move all the cars on this side to this other side over here, which they'll fit. It's just not going to be, damn. It's going to be a pain in my ass, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Especially with the Z, because it's got a body kit. Well, I removed the kit on this car, but it still has a front bumper, which I know I can remove it, but like, it's actually on there pretty decent, so I don't want to, you know, whatever. Anyways, so like with that, I was in Norway for a week, and man, that's a crazy country to be in. And I'm also broke because in that country, food is double the price that it is here in the US. Fuck, man, like I ain't never got hammered so fucking hard on vacation than like going there. And I didn't buy anything while I was in Norway. I just bought food minus the trip itself, right? Yo, I wish I had known, because I would have never gone. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about Norway too is like the whole country, and I mean the whole country, is clean as fuck. Like, I think it's like over 50% of the cars are electric, and the ones that aren't electric are usually diesel, because Europe's really big with diesel cars. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's cold, it's middle of summer, but it's still in between the 40s to 60 degrees depending on where you are in Norway. It is really cool experience. I recommend that, you know, if you can, I say go. But I think there's other countries you could probably visit in Europe for a lot less money, you know what I'm saying, to get like a really fun experience, especially like Poland. Poland's a really good place to go for that. And man, I tell you what, Norway was wild, man. Just like experience, just imagine being in the city, but then like you're just like not hearing cars constantly, like New York or some shit, right? And then not to mention, I found out Norway's got a population of like 5 million people, which by the way is like, how do I put it? I think there's more people in just like Miami or some shit. Like, it's some like reckless number, you know what I mean? Like, that's like the whole country. Beautiful scenery, beautiful mountains. I didn't vlog it, I didn't record anything. If you have me on Facebook, which you probably don't, which if you friend request me on Facebook, I'm not gonna accept it. And that's not like a diss to anybody, nothing like that. It's just real simple. Facebook for me is private. It's for just friends and family only, and nobody else really, right? So like with that, I took a bunch of photos, I put it on there, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to throw a couple photos in here just to kind of, it's hard to give you a taste of the country when I didn't do anything like super crazy, just like visited sites and checked some shit out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. One thing that's cool about Europe in general, because I've been to Germany, Poland, Norway, Ireland, which I'm not going to count Ireland in this, but I've been to a few countries, and major cities in Europe, you can get around speaking just English pretty damn good. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, we're here in America, you might get Spanish somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And even then, maybe not. Unless you're like in Miami or like somewhere like Orlando or some shit, but like, man, I guess that's, you know, whatever. But like, yeah, man, that shit was wild, you know what I'm saying? So, oh man, where else do I go from here? Okay, let's keep going. I've been invited to an event, a track event for turning corners, not drifting. And it is in about a month from now, roughly about a month. And I'm taking the Civic, my silver hatch. So while I was away, I ordered a ton of parts for it. And I tell you like this, like I said, I was broke before, but like, I'm like in like a super red zone deficit, like to where at this point in time right now, between all my debt, it's probably gonna take me almost a year to pay it all off. Right now, if I buy nothing else from here on out, that's gonna take me about a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of debt to be in, you know what I'm saying? So like, this shit's wild. But the Civic, man, the Civic, I mean, that's the parts are cheap, right? But what's cool is the idea for the Civic is my goal is to build a street Conjo Civic. So it's still a daily driver car, still has AC, still has full interior, no fucking cage, and looks sick and drives really good, both on and off the track. So I'm really pumped that I got invited to this event, and I've been buying parts associated with that. So far for that car, let's take a step over yonder. Feel me? I done, in one of the videos, I'm pretty sure you saw it, but like, I just bought like this bride seat for it. Well, fried seat, because this is a fake bride seat, but still a really nice seat because it's all brand new. Just bought this seat, I bought seat rails, and I'm only doing the driver's seat because, again, having the versatility of a Civic hatch, it's my truck's truck, you know what I'm saying? So, actually, matter of fact, today specifically, because I have the day off and I was lucky enough to be able to facilitate everything, I ended up selling some fenders that I had, leftover fenders, and some other shit that I had to get the money up, and I purchased for the Civic a Civic Type R subframe with the control arms and the sway bar and steering rack for like a really good deal. I did have to go drive for it, but that's just part of life, you know what I'm saying? And what's special about this is the Type R has the biggest sway bars out of all of them, and this sway bar is going to bolt onto my Civic hatchback, and then this right-hand drive steering rack and subframe is going to go into my first hatchback because I'm going to convert this car to right-hand drive. That's some boss shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I said before in another video, if you watch my video of me revealing my very first Civic back there, I'm going to give that car all the beans, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do all the shit too. I'm going to do everything crazy, you know what I mean? It's going to take me a while to build that car too, and it's probably going to get built in stages here and there, this and that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and you know, kind of go from there. But like I said, I got a 2-for-1 special with that because I bought a complete subframe. So like, one car gets the sway bars and shit it needs, and then the other car gets right-hand drive parts that it needs. And I did find more right-hand drive parts again down south in Miami, which Miami is really far from me, so I don't really want to go get them. But like, the price is really good, and the guy said he's willing to drive, so I might end up just putting myself further into debt buying these parts. I don't know, we'll see how it kind of goes, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, like, I don't know, I'm pumped. Like, so like the Civic's gonna have a track day. I gotta find another set of wheels for it and some like cheap performance used tires from like somebody else, not a 300 tread wear tire. I'm talking like 140 tread wear tire, or like some slicks, some used Miata slicks, or like some shit like that, right? Some like 15-inch little slicks. They do pop up here and there. I do got to get some, and I got to re-stance the camber in the car to fit those because the tires are actually a little bit wider. So I got to find a cheap set of ugly ass wheels. I'm not going to put it on those Steelies that are making a fucking hard time. I got so much to do, it's not even funny, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, back to sweating my ass off in Florida, fucking loving that shit. Now, that's kind of like the update for the Civic. Tons of parts are coming. Next video, you're gonna see me install a lot of shit in that car. I bought things like a fuel pump. I forget if I bought an intake manifold for that car or not. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. I bought a lot of stuff. You know, I bought a catch can. I bought, man, like I bought so much shit. I can't remember everything I bought for the car. I'm giving a really poor list right now, you know what I'm saying? So I did that, and of course, also right before I left for vacation, I know I probably breezed by them. I don't know if you've seen them things, but 240 got some things coming, boy. You know what I'm saying? And if these look a little familiar, that's because they right here too. Bam, boy. Damn, what the fuck going on? Full chrome version of my Wed's Krishnas. So crazy thing is that I was telling my homie a while ago that for the 240, I actually wanted a full set of chrome Krishnas because the idea is for my R32 down the road, these wheels would become my other set for this car, because I wanted this car to have a black set and a chrome set of Krishnas. And of course, a couple sets popped up here and there. Now, mind you, Krishnas are a less common WED's face, but they pop up everywhere, but they're usually in 19s or 20s versus 18s. They're harder to find in 18s. I don't think I've ever seen them in 17s. So they've popped up in chrome a couple times over the last, I think, 2 years or so. And I like could never like financially just like muster it up, because like someone's like, oh yeah, I want like 2,900. I'm like, yo, like them wheels are weak as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to spend like a lot of money on wheels. You know, you're gonna have to put more money relipping and redoing to like fit your specs. Like, if it was like my spec already, you can kind of justify it. But then like when you have to like redo half the shit, it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? This set is a small set, and the wheels I just showed you are actually the rears. These are the fronts over here. These are much smaller. I mean, not bad actually, to be honest with you, but these are much smaller, and those rears are actually going to be fronts, and then these are going to become rears when I relip them much bigger. And that's exactly how this set of Krishnas were. Is the same way. Is the front wheels were actually originally rear wheels, and then we lipped the front wheels into bigger rears, which is what we have here. So I'm pumped, because like the 240 idea was supposed to be get these chrome Krishnas, put it on the car. That's wheel like version 1. Boom, jump out the gym, because I want to start collecting wheels again. I want to start having like big wheels and 3-piece wheels again. And that's something I kind of missed when I had like my black S13. Is like, I'm like, oh, like I have, you know, I had a bunch of cool ass wheels for, and now I have a ton of monoblocks, which I have cool fucking monoblocks, to be real. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like now all I have is monoblocks, and only one car has just 4 wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm trying to do some fucking wild tight hot boy shit at the same time. Like, man, I don't know, kind of letting myself down, to be honest with you. So it's cool that I found these chrome Krishnas. So now I'm gonna have a full all chrome set for this car, similar size, similar spec, that should just jump right out the gym, right on this car. Boom, you know what I'm saying? And then like for now, this set will look tight on the 240. The 240 later on, we'll get another set of whatever it is I'm in the market for at the time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of faces I like, but then like, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of faces I like, but like at the same time, man, how do I put it? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to like justify spending the money. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't know how to put it to you, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? That's a problem we do in my fucking videos, like one and done, like pause and thought, and like, because like this is all unscripted. I don't like do 30 fucking takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all live right here, right now. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So like, hopefully every time I keep walking by this fan and keep hitting this phone and getting crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, just from like being gone for a week, battery's dead almost in this thing. This thing almost didn't fucking start at all. I already know that this fucking car right here is going to give me a big ass problem. So that car's, I already know this car completely dead. This car's good. The 240 is good. The Tahoe, I hope that fucker works. This thing, this is a strange car, because like, it like always starts. I've rarely ever had to charge the battery up. So like, I'm going to knock on wood for saying that. And then like, I haven't driven my Lincoln. Like, this car's out of gas. That car just put some gas in. I haven't driven this car in like 2 fucking weeks now. I've been giving this old girl a break, but like, I think today I'm going to switch these 2 cars so that way I can drive this to work for the next few days, because like this needs to get driven around a little bit, but I really like driving the Civic. Man, we got so much shit going on right now. You know what I mean? So it's hard to give like a, man, just like this big update about like so much shit. Like the 240 computer came in and I got wheels for it. Like, I'm like super pumped on that. Now I'm thinking about buying lips and like rebuilding the wheels. Then that means like I have to get tires, I have to do this, I gotta do that. So like 240 wheel wise is gonna chill. I bought the wheels, I got that shit covered. Boom, we're in the fucking money now, tight. And I can kind of compare these wheels spec wise to what my black wheels are. So, you know, we'll see how far off they are or aren't. Wheel face wise, am I low disc, medium disc, high disc between the two? You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's like little things here and there, right? So we'll see kind of how like those things go too. So like, yeah, the 240 is like coming along by itself. The Civic is what I'm really focused on this month, more specifically, because I want to work out the kinks that the car's had. Like, she has this weird little issue where she keeps, like, you punch it and like the car dies instead of goes, and all of a sudden like kick on and like go and shit. Like, could be the fuel pump, could be the TPS, but I changed TPS, it still does it. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? So got a fuel pump coming for it if it's not already here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, man, the Civic is about to get like tight overnight, like this weekend, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ordered a bunch of shit, so like, I don't know. And it's cool, like, if I can find deals on Marketplace like I did for this Type R subframe, that's a complete subframe, because you can't just put sway bars on the control arms that this car has, because there's no slots for them to bolt to, you know what I mean? You'd have to make the slots, or you have to like weld tabs or some shit so that the sway bar end links can bolt to something. So like, it's cool that like I have the best sway bar you can get for the factory chassis, because I'm not trying to go like ultra crazy sway bars. This car just wants sway bars in general on, you know what I mean? So like, by doing that alone, I'll at least have some kind of sway bar action, which I know, like, if you don't know, sway bars make a really big difference in the way cars perform in like corner and everything. Integras come with sway bars. They fucking handle great. That's why Integras always were like the car to use for like doing road racing and like all that shit in Japan, because like those cars already came ready to rock, you know what I'm saying? The Civics, they liked using those because, well, the Civics are cool as shit, but like they also had better options for the Civics than we did. But like here in the US, Integras had all the shit already on them. You just get an Integra, bigger motor, better suspension, wider, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're ready to rock. So another thing too, speaking about the Integra, my original plan for this car was to, I'm gonna walk you over there too while I tell you. My original plan for this car, I was kind of locked in limbo of like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna keep the car? Am I gonna get rid of it? And my idea was, when I bought it at first, was I got a good deal on it. It's not worth me getting rid of this car. I don't give a fuck. And then, of course, you know, my wife, she likes cars too. She's like, oh man, she goes, what are you gonna do with the Integra? And I'm like, well, if she's asking, that means she likes the Integra. And I like the Integra too. And it's not a perfect car, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't perfect, dog, you know what I'm saying? You've seen the day I bought that thing. But it runs good. The interior's good. Body's a little bit rusty into the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, it needs an alignment. It definitely needs some, not this shit on here. I don't even know if these tires are any good. They are still holding air, so that's nice. And as you can see, the grass is growing. I just actually mowed it today. So I've been having a really big field day doing all this shit. Now I'm not gonna throw these wheels on here because these need tires and they're all flat. So these actually at least work for the time being. But like, she kind of likes the Integra. So I'm like, well, fuck. Cause like, my idea of the Integra is, it's a perfect Type R clone, no sunroof. It's a 98 Integra, so that's like the better chassis, because they have different bumpers, taillights, stuff like that. You know, nice. And this car's actually got a nice interior. Has an LS motor in it, so it's a non-VTEC dual cam engine. Doesn't make a lot of power, makes good torque, fun to drive. This car has good sway bars on it. And it's just like, well, so she's asking about it, and I told her before, because I kind of want her to keep miles off her Supra and have fun at the same time. The Integra kind of does both. Good gas mileage. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know we're gonna have to put money into repair and shit, but it's like, this car hopefully should be a fun project that she can drive. She's not gonna get into it hands-on herself. I got bugs all over me. But like, she can have fun driving this car. And then, to be honest too, I already told her this, is that we're gonna take this car and we're probably gonna make it how like my Civic's gonna be, you know, upgraded, not upgraded sway bars, but we'll do like you know, wheels, tires, make it look a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Probably do a clutch and flywheel because it's gonna need it, you know what I'm saying? And then like, get it to where, you know, make sure the AC's working, make sure the car's functioning, and then throw parts on it to help it corner better, so when I go to the track to do corners, she can go too, you know what I mean? Better brakes, you know, a little this, little that, you know, better brake fluid, just anything to help it get it more track prep, track orientated, you know what I mean? So, you know, since she wants it, fuck it, she can have it, you know what I mean? So like, that's the thing, is like, so like my other Civic hatch here, right? The way I look at things is like, I bought that first, I tried to buy this car first, This car wasn't available. This car popped up. I was able to buy it. I wanted my silver hatch, which of course I have now, more than all these other cars together. And then like at the same time, we go back and like this popped up. And like the week later, this popped up. And I bought this because I really wanted the hatch. I didn't really want Integra, which I like the Integra. And then this popped up. And then like a week or two later, the other Civic popped up. And I'm like, yo, that's the car I gotta have versus this one. And I'm like, well, you can't really go wrong buying Hondas because one, they're cool as shit, and then two, like this one has cool parts that I'm going to use on that car, and then like I'm just going to end up selling this car or trading this car for something else that I want or need. What that is, I don't know. So it's always nice to have like a chip, right? So that's kind of how I operate. Sometimes I buy something, if it doesn't work out, I'm not like super bummed. I can go, okay, if it doesn't work out, then I can probably move it on later for something else, that's something that somebody else can use that they may have that I need, and like I have what they need, you know what I mean? So like, you can barter, you can trade, you can do whatever. So it's like, in my opinion, there's no real loss. I mean, financially you're losing, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you can make up for it down the road, sometimes it's easier. If you're up on money now, like I was when I bought these cars, then you know, you get it, you get it how you live. Whereas now I'm down on money, right? But I still have a chip. So if I really had to get up some money, I just throw it on Marketplace, someone will come pick this shit up, and then I'll make some money back. You know what I mean? So like, you never too, well, I'm financially kind of rough right now, but it's always helpful. Sometimes you need it later, sometimes you got it now, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you know, so we're back in the fan because like, man, it's hot as fuck out there. But man, hopefully you're watching this video. I mean, like I say, you walking and talking, I'm excited because like I'm starting to put the Civic together, and now quickly the date, what month is this? July. It's in the track days in August, so like I have time, but I am gonna have to do so many things to that car that I kind of want them tried and trued before I get to the track, you know what I'm saying? Because like, for example, I'm gonna put disc conversion on here, all-wheel disc conversion. Oh yeah, I bought disc brakes. Yeah, I got disc brake conversion because they have drum brakes in the rear. And you know, I got to get rotors, I have to get pads, I have to make sure the calipers aren't seized, you know, just so many like little dumb things. And then like the right rotors, the right pads, because sometimes they're different sizes and like everything else. And then get it on the car, make sure it make sure it functions like it's supposed to, learn the limits of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because what I don't want is some super dusty brakes. I have white wheels, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, technically speaking, for track setup, which I will do it in the future, for track setup, I would technically put a different set of rotors and pads on that like brake really, really, really well. And like, that's the only focus. Super squeaky, super loud, brake extremely well, get the job done, right? You know what I'm saying? So like the daily driver pads, you want them to stop as good as they can while being as dust free as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are things like you don't take into consideration. So like the reason why I want to go secondary set of wheels on the car is because those are the street tires I drive on every day. They're mounted, they're balanced, they're brand new wheels, they're brand new tires, it's nice. One track day is gonna fucking shred those things, you know what I'm saying? Plus the car's not gonna corner very well on some fucking trash ass tires, you know what I mean? Those tires have one function: last a long time, turn fucking miles, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I did want to try to find some slightly better tires for those, like to daily drive on, but to be real, I can't be doing that shit, you know what I mean? And in the future, that car, I want to do 5-lug on it and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. When that car goes 5-lug, all the suspension, all the knuckles suspension on that car will go to my other Civic, because that car probably just stay 4-lug. Keep it old school, keep it tight. Or it might go 5-lug too. I mean, who fucking knows? Like, I have no idea, you know what I'm saying? Like, how everything holds up, you know what I mean? So if you're in the video so far, which by now, I mean, to be real, a lot of you probably aren't, that's okay. Don't worry about it, little baby, shit's coming. I'm excited. I technically make these videos for me, but I ask you guys your opinions because, well, you're the ones watching what I'm putting out, you know what I'm saying? So, man, have you put a shop up before? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you done this shit? Have you had to go through permitting and shit? Are you in Florida? Are you somewhere else? Like, what's the procedure for you where you're at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know here in some areas, they just, you're owner builder, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Well, technically speaking, I'm in that shade of gray area where like, yeah, you can, but then like, nah, you can't because the city's gonna drive by, and if the city doesn't like what you're doing, you're gonna get hit with fines and shit. You know what I mean? So like, I'm kind of in that dilemma where like, they got mad at me for, so here's a funny one. City got mad at me because there used to be a shed here where the 240 is, and they go, oh, the shed's too close to this fence. And I'm just like, yeah, but when I bought the property, it showed on the property that shed there, and there wasn't a problem. But then because I had to put the container on there, I had to get a permit to put a shipping container on my own property. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, it has to be like this, and this. And I'm like, okay. So my cheap container now started costing a little more and a little more and a little more. You know what I mean? I'm just like, good God. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want their money. There's no doubt about that. Like, they want their money. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, do you guys have issues with that shit where you are, man? Put some in the comments, fool. Say something then. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right. I'm going to be done ranting. But, like, man, I'm trying to do so much shit. This car, I actually decided to put completely in the back burner. Like, this car, I wanted to do a new hood, new bumper, a different trunk, which the trunk is a lot easier to get done. But like, I wanted to do a whole bunch of shit to this car, and I'm like, oh man, I can't really get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's extremely expensive for the result. A bumper and a hood, we're talking like, realistically, $5 to $6 grand, not painted yet. You know what I mean? I haven't bought any paint, nothing. Like, that's just the price of the materials. Which the hood I want is carbon fiber, so technically you don't have to paint it, but I don't want a carbon fiber hood on this car. I want a painted hood, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, that project's like, that's kind of like what's happening with that. The town car, right? I want to put hydraulics in this car really bad, but that's $10,000. And no, hydraulics are not $10,000, but by the time you buy the full setup, which is, I'm gonna have to do 3 pumps, batteries, right? 3 pumps, the whole 3-pump kit by itself without batteries is like $3,500, brand new, not bad. And then after that, by the time I buy batteries, easily another $1,000. So let's just call it only $4,500. Then I have to buy reinforcements. That's almost like $1,500. So now we're at like what, $6 grand in just those things. And it's just like, oh yeah, somebody has to install it. Somebody has to weld it. So somebody has to do all the work. Now, I'm down to do all the work myself. I don't know if my welder is going to keep up with the type of welding that needs to be done for reinforcements because the plates are thick. See what I'm saying? Oh yeah, plus your end reinforcement and a couple other things too. So like, the price just adds up and up and up. I say $10,000 because realistically, by the time you've counted every penny and you're said and done, I may have to pay someone to put some fucking serious ass welds in this shit. I may not, you know what I mean? But like, by the time you spend money on materials and this and that, welding gas and wire and whatever else you may need, this Endeavor's $10K because I want the car to do a 3-wheel. It's just sitting still right there, boom, you know what I'm saying? So like, aftermarket control arms and everything else that comes associated with that, still like more and more and more and more and more. So it ain't a cheap endeavor, you know what I mean? So like, and this car would be really cool if it did that, you know what I mean? So I thought about doing an airbag kit for it before, just so I can make it go up and down, kind of like a lay and play style for the time being. But to be real, why even waste the money with that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it to me, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking rambling on this video. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. These are like the updates that I have. The Civic's going full crazy, not full crazy, but like going full balls in the Civic, and I'm trying to do the 240 shit at the same time if I can, which the 240 should be more hands-on stuff versus finance at the moment. So that kind of be cool. The Civic is finance, but like it's cheap finance, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Hopefully like my thumb hasn't been like in the screen, has it? Yeah, I think it's all right. But yeah, so I appreciate you watching, appreciate you tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We out here just doing this shit every day. I'm a regular folk, just trying to do what I can with what I got, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how the rest of this year goes. I mean, financially, I might have to start working even more overtime, which I ain't gonna front. I don't want no part of that, because like as it stands now, I work 4 days a week. I work really long ass days, and then I have a 3-day weekend. But my 3-day weekend is working on all the cars you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'm editing my videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, depending on how shit goes sometimes. So really, all my time is already allotted. You know what I mean? So like, I don't, on a weekday, my work weekday, I sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. That's it. And then at work, every break, I'm just knocked out on break, just pass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like burning the candle at both ends. And like after going on vacation, it's been nice to actually sleep for like 6 hours, 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? I still can't sleep full 8. I don't know what's up with that, but you know, it is what it is. If I can get enough sleep on 7, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I burn the candle at both ends because I'm trying to make this shit happen every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So again, those of you who watch the videos, I appreciate you. Also, my merch is in the description for every single fucking video. You know what I mean? Check out the website. If you like something, just click buy. You know what I mean? And if you do, DM me and tell me, hey man, I bought some shit, man, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. You know what I mean? So if you have any, of course, if you have any issues, again, you always DM me anyway. Say, hey, I got a problem with my order, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But holler at your boy. Pick up some fucking dope ass merch. I don't care if it's your style. It's comfortable and it's tight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. If anything else, just remember, as always, in every video, every day, just remember to stay sucker free. You heard?